Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. My name is Gluefoot. Today, I am playing Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. I am through all of A Realm Reborn main story quest. I am not, I'm not through the post A Realm Reborn quests, so, definitely please do not post spoilers for anything post A Realm Reborn, or anything besides that. But I wanted the focus today to be on Hildibrand Manderville, the beloved detective extraordinaire, inspector. I forget how he's referred to. I don't know. The Hildibrand quests have been hyped up to me numerous times, and I thought it would be fun to give Hildibrand a voice. These quests are not voiced. Apparently, actually, the Hildibrand quests in Final Fantasy XIV were sort of a testing ground for what the developers at Square Enix could do with their facial animations inside Final Fantasy XIV. And so, especially in these early versions, it can be very chaotic. So essentially how this is going to go is I am going to focus on Hildibrand's voice. I will try to voice every character. But as such, my voice may get tired quickly. I am sitting down, so my posture is also not the best. And the stream should be hour and a half, 2 hours. And we're going to enjoy some ridiculous antics with a very flamboyant, very masculine inspector extraordinaire, Hildibrand Manderville. So, the first quest of the series that launched with post A Realm Reborn is The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Aden. Oh, yeah, I should have introduced my character. My character is Aden Vod. I am a Mikote monk, currently. I have picked up Red Mage, but I'll be sticking with Monk for these quests for now. Just how it's gonna go. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Aden. Seems half the whispers that come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask. Ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? No. To hear him tell it, it was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still, can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something was shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dalamond, the Calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamud. Aye, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though that was only recently we found his body. I had reason for bringing this up. Ah, right. So, Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right, and at present she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I heard she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer not to meddle in the affairs of living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So, if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she'll like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking there for her first. Alright, I did slip into like an Irish accent there. Let's make sure this is tracked. And let's see where we need to go. Out to Camp Drybone. I think I can take a chocobo there. So that is what I'm going to do. Where's it? There's my sprint button. Nope. Yeah, no, chocobo is this way. Okay. I just got turned around. My bad. Hire a chocobo porter to Camp Drybone. Yes, please. This might take a while, though I do love the chocobo music. That has been just kind of, it's like the little things in Final Fantasy XIV that have been really keeping me playing. I haven't played since the new year, admittedly. I've been more focused on roguelikes. I've been playing a lot of Palatra, as has a lot of people, I imagine. But yeah, no, I mean, it did take a bit of a while for A Realm Reborn to pick up. From what I've been told, A Realm Reborn is largely just set up for the future stories. You know, a lot of context, a lot of world building, you know, getting you used to the fact that this is a place that has gone through catastrophe and is, you know, rebuilding. You are responsible for rebuilding some of the alliances, kind of building bridges between people, and making sure that everyone is safe and sound in this brand new world that has been birthed out of the calamity. It looks like we're well on our way. We'll be arriving at Camp Drybone in but a moment. I've been trying to level my carpenter, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what level my carpenter is, but I have culinary and botanist and carpenter because those all kind of like, I mean, all of the crafting feeds into each other. But I particularly want to at least get carpenter to level 15 just so I can craft glamours. Because that has been, I'm on the free trial still, so. So I can't, like, buy things from the marketplace. Valley, is that you standing next to the... Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Like I said, I'm gonna try to give everyone a voice, but no promises on consistency. Ah, you there. Could it be? Oh, you've come to offer your services to me? Yeah, especially when trying to do femme voices, my voice cracks a lot. I'm not used to it. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. He traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. Yeah, no, I can see them going ham with the animations already. This is fun. But then, there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then, he came back down, and he... Oh, we're getting visions. This is all a joke. A big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, Surprise! I had you fooled, eh? And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Manderville, beloved son. Never seen them subtitle like that. They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector... No, Gentleman Hero Hildibrand. The freaking sword and shield over the grave is getting me. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. Whoop, she's just changing clothes right here. Okay. Yup. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. Okay. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Okay. Let's try it. We're gonna become friends with zombies, I guess. Are you anywhere near a chocobo? Forgotten Springs. Okay, cool. Yes, I will ride. I will oh, I can't take the chocobo down there. Okay. But yes, I will ride a mount, 50 meters just to get to the chocobo keep. That is absolutely something I will do. Alright, let me just make sure my phone notifications are off real quick. Dispatch the dapper undead for the benefit of the living. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is just basic MMO combat, I guess. Yes, that is you, Valley. What the hell? You don't need to watch me from in-game do this. Oh, I guess you're just doing it to do the Manderville Mambo, or whatever all the emotes are. Oh, welcome in. I knew I saw you by the by Nashu earlier. Oh, there's another zombie. Well, thank you for for accompanying me, I guess. Just taking out all the things that might disturb my zombie killing. Everyone knows the real important part of the Hildibrand quests are the conversations anyway. Or at least that's what I've been told. I looked up as little as possible about these quests. Other than I know that there's a series that's ongoing. So essentially, also, like, the streaming plan for this is, oh. No more zombies? Hello? Oh, they're over here, that's why. Is that every time I reach a point in Final Fantasy where I am able to play the Hildibrand quests, I will stream the Hildibrand quests. Otherwise, on Mondays, I haven't decided it's going to be a consistent stream, but the idea is to stream roguelike, so Slay the Spire, Balatro, Hades 2 when I eventually get it. Cool. Storm seals, I needed those. Show the curious parchment to Nashu Makaraka? That's a weird name to say. Camp Drybone. Nope, not Blackbrush Station. No. Camp Drybone. There we go. Okay. Oh, where is... Oh, yeah, okay, so I have to head up here to head up there. Yeah, some of the maps on this get me. Or, you know what, I could actually do Monster Hunter on Mondays. That would be a decent replacement, I think, for this. The Venn diagram of Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter players is, as far as I've seen, a circle. I don't know why exactly, but... Well, it's actually not exactly a circle, but it is very close to a circle. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. It sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward, to the Sagoli. Alright. I'm just teleporting out there. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Alright. Southwards then. Onwards and upwards. I'm trying to maintain correct posture here just so my breathing it doesn't screw over my voice too early. There's so much that goes on with like mechanics of breathing. I've gotten into narration in the past year, like auditioning for voice work. Well, not actually more roles, character work than than narration, but even so, a lot of the lectures, I say lectures, what I mean is my aunt chastising me in church for singing incorrectly mechanically, have actually come in very handy. I learned very early on how to use my diaphragm. Anyway, I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. I go with the wild rose is like a keyword. Gentleman is rather than does. Ah. Who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brother, what? Oh, is this the boy? A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Am I going to have to refine this? Is this Hildibrand? It's Hildibrand! It's the boy! Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look. No, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. What the? So he is a zombie, straight up. That's really funny. What is going on? It is you! It is really you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombibrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. So I take it Hildibrand was in base Final Fantasy XIV? What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector, overlord, inspector, overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense into that noggin of yours. Oh. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Oh dear. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this will result in my... death! The smile at the end, oh my god. Whoop. Oh, that's not good. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do quite not remember is how I came to be here. Oh, okay, more visions. Gotcha. The fact she just carries bombs around with her. I mean, I guess we live in a world where people are carrying around guns and giant axes, so it's not the most unheard of thing, but it's still kind of ridiculous. Yeah, he is a zombie. Oh boy. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon, and... Hmm? What is this place? And for what matter, who am I? His gentlemanly instincts are all that was left to him. They're like, yep, you died. Oh, it's okay. It happens to all of us. The bodybuilder poses. So he was just welcomed by the zombies. Extrovert gets adopted by introverts. It's a rare sight. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Perhaps. Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness, could it be a case? Oh, okay. He's got the Scooby sense. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of inquiry could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Oh, and off he goes. Question the residents of Ul'dah back on the steps of Nald. Okay. Ul'dah, steps of Nald. Let's go. It's like, oh, did you see a half-dressed man coming around here? Also, crop top suit. Total vibe. No. That's just a new quest. Agnes. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Alright, that was of little help, but we know that someone has been running around. He's not fully dressed yet. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander who likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector of yours, tell him something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Friend's uncle's former roommate. Something Spaceballs. Alright. Botolf. Sorry, lad. But if it's information you want, you'd best be served by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but When you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Okay. So that's probably who Hildibrand is going after. So that was a very short quest. What Phoenix down. A legendary bird that upon each fiery death is said to rise from its own ashes. Ah, I see, because Hildibrand is a phoenix. When placed upon the body of one who is incapacitated, it will... Oh, right. Yeah, it's a classic Final Fantasy item, Phoenix Down. You use it to res people. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So, do tell. Just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond? Hey, Wymond! That almighty bugger me... Thal almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy. Which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Oh, heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fella's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without even a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, make no promises, mind you. But there was some talk of a fair maiden who, what said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity. I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sargoli. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. I will be invigorated to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Okay. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Alright, looks like we're a step ahead of Hildibrand, so that's something. Wyman believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation. Yeah, probably. Well, Aladdin, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the Inspector. Okay. Excuse me. I've not been breathing in enough since I've been talking out. Alright, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. So if anyone viewing Cough Cough Valley happens to send me Discord messages, I will not be getting them, and that is intentional. I think I'm attuned to everywhere in Ul'dah. Yeah, okay. So I could have just fast traveled here, but oh well. My beloved pure heart was unlike anyone you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call, and not beg the honor of championing her cause?
What in the world?
I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart.
What he said?
And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft?
Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone.
So the time and location of the theft are unknown. Essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Should have said to instead of to. That was a tip I got in a voice lesson, is when you're trying to speak like properly, is you want to make sure you're enunciating not just the consonants, but also the vowels properly. God damn it. The bunny boys follow me everywhere. Rocky Balbino. Alright, Aetheryte Plaza it is. Also, fun fact, your voice actually, like, peaks in terms of quality, and, like, suppleness, I guess, in your 30s. Like, your physical peak is in your 20s, but your vocal peak is actually in your 30s. But you can maintain both, of course, with effort. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question?
Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled.
Also, you're just in stockings, lady. What the hell? If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, they're just... She eepy. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, Hildibrand Manderville.
Colosseum?
Okay, this way. It's honestly kind of nice just to read this like a visual novel. Monday might be a good day for like cold reading stuff, so I could do like Monster Hunter or roguelikes, but I could also do like Phoenix Wright. That's what I'm thinking of. Ace Attorney series generally. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember.
Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day, and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 ponzes, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious.
120 ponzes? Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. I think that that growl was too aggro. There are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here, too. Yeah, it's almost like it's a center of commerce. These crates are everywhere, Aden. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course! I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun! Oh dear. Nashi's Delight. Okay. Oh. You know what? Fair. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as the shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And, should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Oh, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's I'm gonna try that one again. Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. Oh, we should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Oh, okay. Goddess? Devotees? Aha! But of course! That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as... Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter from the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. Should I say inquiry or enquiry? I feel like enquiry would be better. I'm gonna go with that. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you. With pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of that man is... Huh? Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I'm gonna do a British accent for her, just be aware. I haven't told you anything yet. I'm also notoriously bad at a British accent, so just, if I mess it up, don't at me. Hildibrand is still half-dressed. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. I suppose, since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it.
I wonder what will happen when he discovers the victim is a perpetrator as well.
Ooh, intrigue. Where do I need to go? Golden Bazaar. Okay. Nope, that's this way. Oop. Okay, Camp Drybone once again. Alright, good enough for me. Look, the guild cap is 300k, and I have nothing else to spend it on other than teleports. I've already bought all of, like, the glamour stuff that I can. And I guess kind of crafting materials, but I've put that on hold, because it's a bit of a slog. There's a wind-up Tifa pet? Oh my god, I need to get that. Where do I get the wind-up Tifa? Someone tell me where I get the wind-up Tifa. Where do I get the wind-up FF7 characters? Alright, just ask the Novice Network, that's what it's there for. I am but a little sprout. I need nurturing. I'm gonna get some water. This is, I'm gonna be like auto-walking and turning, but if you hear bottle noises, I'm drinking water. Ah, dang, I guess they're not obtainable in-game. Anyway, if you're tuning in just now, my name is Gluefoot. I am sort of fan-dubbing the A Realm Reborn Hildibrand quests in Final Fantasy XIV. They're known for being ridiculous, and so far they are living up to that reputation. Oh, hello, Humphrey. Oh, this guy looks like a dick. I am Humphrey, and you are? Amadin Vode. Oh. At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? Oh, how amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing! Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu, we were. I forget if it's... Yeah, I think it's Lu. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Ha, poser. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel. Trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. He even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back snivelling and begging for forgiveness and losing it in a duel. As if that were enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding arson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. That was like a fusion of Irish and Scottish. My apologies. I need to learn how to do more accents consistently. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the Chivirgin. I have no idea where the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people?
Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man. Oh, I was supposed to do the British accent. Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? That was a different kind of British accent than what I was doing before. It's more North England. And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? Humphrey's like, yeah, we shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Alright, let's see what you have to say. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Alright, let's check it out. Eleazar's sword? Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom? Just goes to show how you never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Lululo, lalilulelo, dari-dudedo. Antique swords. Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jojompa was the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, yawning and getting a little lightheaded from not breathing properly. Oh, let me adjust my posture. Posture check, everyone. I think I can go for another half hour. Then I will need to call it. Just my vocal endurance is not up to snuff. Also, I did stream yesterday for far longer than I had anticipated, which is affecting this. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone.
Tisk tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first, before declaring all to be lost.
Again with the "t," all to be lost.
Before declaring all to be lost.
Where am I going?
Adjusting the heading so I can just head straight there. Oh, I see it. Cool.
What are those noises? I was getting those noises and I'm like, Alright, Hildibrand.
It occurs to me that I'm it occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it in a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You underestimate the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? No, understand, oops. Yeah, I actually do. I've been doing PT every day, buddy. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Okay. Take me to dinner first. The body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Massage Hildibrand again. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last! The muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Oh, okay. I see you, Valley. Right there, yes, keep doing that, just like that. Oh, yes. Now, once more, with feeling. Okay. Just massaging a himbo, don't mind me. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. I will say, there is a certain charm to just having Valley, or that's the name I call them offline, is, this Oryx and Tealpoch. But, so where the hell's the third thing? There's a charm to having them follow me outside, because it just makes the whole thing more bizarre, in a way. And I am all for making anything even slightly reminiscent of JoJo's, whether it's homoeroticism, or like ridiculous facial expressions, more like JoJo's. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? Handing it all over. No sign of the sword Jojonpa mentioned, I see.
Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway?
Did something cause you to? Wet cat. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Achoo!
Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones.
How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. And Ellie's just like, whatever, dude. I get paid long as I get a story. Hmm. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of a reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. I do like the little beads he has in his hair. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Oh, she's gonna spill it, isn't she? Oh, no, we're good. I think I have seen this part. Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? Just casual. The juxtaposition, man. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? It's from The Duelist. No, you... It's supposed to be intimidating. The Duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Shock! A challenge! For me! Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to defeat the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Oh no, did I get this perfect? That's actually just a thumbnail. That was literally the thumbnail. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. This is getting screenshotted, oh my god. Yep, hold on a moment. Yep, that's getting saved. Just give me a minute. It just doesn't get better than this. I'll put it in downloads for now. Hold on, my stuff's lagging because I'm doing a lot of things at once. Oh god, I freaking nailed that. I can't believe I actually like guessed essentially what that thumbnail should be based on okay. Oh man, that is just like too perfect. Okay, anyway, back to the quest. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic. It's just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. Oh,
He is exceptionally something. Car! Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing.
I'm literally just going to be screenshotting this video just to make future thumbnails. That's it. That's just the thumbnails for the next 5 streams. What the hell? Hildibrand. Oh, that is perfect. Alright, well, there goes down to Rogadin. This is far from the strongest of swords. An emerald jaw? Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Nice halberd, though. Yeah, once again, if you are just now tuning in, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV, the Hildibrand quest specifically, which, if you managed to see that whole exchange, that's basically the vibe of the quest. They are incredibly ridiculous. What the? Oh. I did not expect a full-blown trailer. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? The bridge seems hardly appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildibrand will return in The Three Collectors. Oh.
Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... No, it's gone. Never mind.
Okay. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you.
Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens that I have identified the weapon in question.
I see you, Valley.
The treaty blade is part of an Guardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Ul'dan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I should be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. As should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutsi.
Oh, sorry.
The sort Tutsi in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you like.
Ooh. It was extensive dialogue. Alright, still I'm gonna stick it out for a little bit longer. Just that warping face. It's very Gary's mod coded, actually. I mean, kind of this whole thing, but... Okay, let's see.
Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage.
Was it love or money that you killed him?
It was you?
Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja's arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim would make any convincing merchants. If you're going to misinterpret yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sake, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector.
At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. They say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should get going. Lady Durilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers.
Oh, is that just Vesper Bay? Yeah, I'll still teleport there. Might as well. I still have like 60-something Aetheryte tickets, but... Doing pretty well on Gil, so... not torn up about it. I guess I could take the Chocobo there. Let's try that. Hunter Scholar. Independent Armor Chocobo Keep. Here we go. I still need to get breakfast too. All I've had today is coffee and a peanut butter spoon. And water, of course. Please drink water, people. Alright, we'll go, like, whenever Hildibrand shows up next, I'll go for like 5 more minutes, then probably call it. Not a lot of people seem to be chatting, which, granted, I don't take a look at the viewer count, so, And I ask that people don't bring it up either. If you have stuck around to this point, if you are, I don't know, watching this on VOD, or somehow recommended it to you, cool. Glad. Thank you for sticking around. I know this is not the most popular kind of content on YouTube, but is what it is. I don't make money from this. If you would like to give me money, I do have a coffee down in the description. I don't have like subscription tiers or anything, just because like I don't put out content consistently enough at the moment. How are you always where I need to be? Again? As I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. I just came to give you flowers, lady. Damn. Did you really think I was so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect. What's more, flowers' beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging, like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Durilda. We mean no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I've read the Mithril Eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed,
You will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman.
It's the boy.
Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on, my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair.
It's the boy. Ships that pass in the night, as signals shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and the gentle must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. To justice. Okay, that got me a little bit. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance in pursuit of me?
As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent...
To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me.
The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue.
Ah, it's the, what's the other... It's the, It's the foil to our Phoenix Wright. The, why can I not remember his name? Anyway, it's the counterpart to Hildibrand.
Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder.
Briardian.
Consulting, Inspector. At your service, my lady.
Hildibrand's dejected. Conniving, Inspector? Consulting, Inspector.
Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka. Hildibrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. It's not Wainwright. But what's the other guy's name from Phoenix Wright? The guy with the cravat. Yo, what did you miss? Hey, that guy. You've actually missed a lot. We introduced Hildibrand Manderville. This guy here, who is an agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. And, we just go about watching his antics, frankly. Like, we're supposed to be solving mysteries, and stuff, but so far all we've really done is massage oil, into this guy and gone swimming with him. That is literally the context. We were technically searching for a blade, but, like, eh. Also, sorry for not seeing your message. It's been a couple minutes, and I have been focused on reading dialogue. Where have you been, Maria? And where's my vase? There was a strange flying thing, and the vase had dropped in the water. I was so... That vase belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear?
Uh-oh, mean mom. My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Also, one that you just told us all about. Where have you been, Maria? And where's my vase? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear?
You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it.
Also one that you just told us all about.
Not when spoken aloud. Kind of like the game by the sound of that recap. I mean, it's Final Fantasy XIV. It's an MMO, and you have to get through a lot to get to this point, but man, is it... It's really funny. In case you don't know, or like the rumor has it that the developers use this quest as like a testing ground to, like, for all the ways they could manipulate facial expressions. So at least early on, there's some very Gmod coded, Gmod coded facial expressions where it's like this dude's face like warped into like this weird smile. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Yeah, like that. I picked up the vase in Ulda, like my mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then flying thing came. I got so scared, I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I went to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone.
You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. Oh, I missed the dialogue. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story?
Because that's my job, you imbecile.
Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away.
They're always running off. Grinch-ass face, yeah. You don't even know what the bloody face looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help. You understand?
And I suppose I'm to go with her. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take the chocobo back to, wherever the heck it was. Horizon. Off we go. But yeah, like, testing the faces is really important, actually, because that way the developers were actually able to make, like, really emotional conversations in later expansions. Because this is A Realm Reborn, which was 2015, I want to say. But then, like, at the end of, like, Stormblood and stuff, I know that there are, like, emotional cutscenes and conversations, so... and apparently that's due to, you know, the fact that they're able to just, like, mess around and mess up and generally make a mess of facial expressions in these quest lines, of which there are multiple, I might add. These are spanning the entire game. They're not just part of the post Realm Reborn quest line. They're technically not part of that, but like they come up during that. But like they're after most of the expansion main stories. You can partake in a Hildibrand quest line, which is actually just really funny. That girl what run by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it didn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now.
Cinnamon.
Vase? Well, anything that falls into the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer-winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. So there was a interesting winged beast. Yep, and there you are. There's a wind-up Hildibrand. Oh my god, that's great. A pox on that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Ugh! Curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. Oh, it's a broken vase. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorilda over... Oh. Oh dear. Yep, it's broken. Does this thing belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, followed it to these waters, but in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase.
Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something.
She's like, what are you gonna do about this? Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. There he goes. But first we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. How could I have been so careless? Inspecting, 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 inspecting. Ugh. These have been pretty entertaining. I'm glad that they've actually been pretty light on, like, gameplay. Because I'm kind of mid on, like, hotbar gameplay. I'm gonna be real. I started out playing SWTOR. That was, like, my first MMO. And, but no, just never really, like, after that, it just kind of all feels the same. Came to prevent... Let me start over. Came to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. A shattered antique vase will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. Kintsugi time. There is but one... Did you ever play Detroit Become Human, or were you ever planning? And if yes, are you going to stream it? Just saw a video about it, and I was just wondering if you're ever going to play it. I wasn't planning on it. I don't think I will. I mean, I've been curious about it, because I like Clancy Brown, and I know that he's in it. He's the... Clancy Brown plays the like human cop in that. He's the old guy, and he sounds like Mr. Krabs because Clancy Brown does voice Mr. Krabs. Fun fact. So Mr. Krabs is in Detroit Become Human. But I don't know. Like, I'm curious about some of the routes that you can take, but if I did, it would probably honestly be like with a guide to get like the quote unquote perfect ending. But honestly, no, I do not have plans to play it. I have several other games slated to play before I get to really anything new. But yeah, thank you for the question. No, is the short answer. Too many other things planned. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetuated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments with sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary? Is that how you say that word? The humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. Okay, just wondering? Yeah, no. It's a perfectly valid question. And frankly, I don't blame you. I do need to get, like, a decently accurate schedule out. Now that I actually have been, like, scheduling streams and, like, when to time them. The Brass Blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer. The hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. Oh, chicken. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I'm Gilgamesh, and that is my companion Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I've deduced that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog, in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Alright. Camp Blue Fog. We're capped out on Gil, so teleporting's not a big issue. Alright, I think I'm gonna complete this quest. Oh yeah, I need to complete this quest so I can get the Manderville dance. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, that guy. Oop. Doblin's wounds indicate it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did this is still around? I don't know, but this stream has been a good opportunity to, like, practice cold reading. Alright, there's Gilgamesh. This goldsmith is not to be trifled with. Yeah, nope, there we go. When in doubt, click on the name. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. I might get aggro. There's Hildibrand! Doblin the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer, as was the beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. Oh. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. I'm gonna try that again. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Manderville man, doing only what a Manderville can, from the peaks of Coerthus to Thanalan, Manderville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville passed down from father to son. From father to son. I need to work on keeping the two consistent. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Oh, okay. Gonna kick it off with a dance party. You have learned the emote Manderville dance. That's going on the hotbar. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now, you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Bet your developers were laughing their asses off that dance. Yeah, I think that's kind of the point. It's so good. Like it's just so peak. I need to put this on my hotbar. Hold on a sec while I find it. Stance, actions, and traits. Oh, okay. Guess that's, not where to find it. PvP profile, gold saucer, menu guide, chocobo, saddlebag, inventory, armor and chest, portraits, currency, character? Manderville men. Okay, I guess we're gonna start dancing. I need to figure out how to put this on my hotbar. Oh, it's the hammer. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can? Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. Ho ho ho, you have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle here were with the Chimera. It's actually a good facial expression. Man out here in his skivvies with a hammer. Godbert? Oh, yeah. This is a Dragon Ball character, come on. But were you not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But, more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Thought he was naked and got scared. I mean, yeah, like, this is a T for teen game. You ain't gotta worry about that, fortunately. Off he goes. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Godbert is also a Manderville, it seems. Oop. Off-brand Flash? Yeah. Honestly, better than the Flash. It's like, oh my god! Oh. Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville! Oh, and he's gonna suplex it? Imagine suplexing your nephew. Oh, where have I seen this before? 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home. And 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Oh, this is dad? Son? You're Hildy's father? God, but the goldsmith's a Manderville man. Smithing is only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan. Fit for a Manderville man. What the hell? Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. At least he's wearing shoes. This antique face must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. That's a hell of a sentence. Oil them up. Yeah, no, it's... Oh. That was quick. Hold your applause until the end. Better guide my hammer. Is he gonna smash it again? Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree this is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you would put away childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else.
Mr. Godbert, sir, I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation.
We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. And you do as well, I should think. I think this guy actually is the thieving duelist. I see you too possess a very strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our case is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. Yeah, and that just gives plenty of opportunity for him to... for Gilgamesh to be the thieving duelist. Let's see. Vesper Bay, Aetheryte ticket.
I hope she likes it. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your price of this vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but...
Gaudy trash?
Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived.
Oh, he's without pants, okay. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy. Oh, sorry, this is Dorilda.
Now I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy. I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction.
Oh, yes it does, my lady, it does indeed. Especially that exquisite face, which is of my reconstruction. I totally just misclicked and skipped the line.
Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection.
Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed. You like his style? Yeah, just Winnie the Pooh in it out here. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles so do take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Ah, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say.
I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, sir, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville, the man who took Elond Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate?
It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector... Consenting... It's not consulting. All the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. Alright, let's, Oh, he's right. Should be right outside. Is it Briardian? Might be Briardian. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage we couldn't... Even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the treaty blade through a merchant named Jojonpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay.
Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right?
They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Edgeworth. That's the guy's name from Phoenix Wright that I was trying to remember. Yeah, this is the Edgeworth to our Phoenix Wright. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Yep, it's Gilgamesh clocked it. Oh, ha, 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 ha. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Corythus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Ah, yeah, the thieving duelist. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing such impractical clothing? Ah ha ha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Yeah. Yeah, so you say, buddy. Alright. I'm gonna call the stream there. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. Everyone who potentially watches this on video on demand. My voice, it's not quite shot, but I do need to go do a vocal cooldown. My voice does not have enough endurance to keep doing this. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, even though it is well into the afternoon for me. Y'all go get some food, get some water. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, yeah, I'll be doing this next week, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, continuing the quest line basically until I finish it, and then I'll do something else on Mondays. Okay, bye.